The Rwanda bill was back in the House of Lords today, and so it's being debated in the Commons. There were some really good speeches, but a couple of points from the Shadow Minister of Immigration, Stephen Kinnock, I've picked out which I really think you should hear. First up, pointing out what should be a given, that the people that served in the British Army shouldn't be included in the scheme. And second is the overall summary, which I thought was just absolutely brilliant. It really does perfectly sum up Sunak and his government.
Turning now to the amendment in the name of the noble Lord Brown, frankly, I just don't know where to start with this one, Madam Deputy Speaker. It beggars belief that the government is still insisting on being able to deport Afghans who have bravely fought alongside British forces against the Taliban to Rwanda. It really is shameful that we are still debating what should be a given. We owe a debt of gratitude to the Afghans who stood shoulder to shoulder with our troops, and yet this government is seeking to trash our reputation as a country that honours its debts. What a disgrace. Ministers should hang their heads in shame. Now, over the course of the last few weeks, they've deployed a variety of spurious and mealy-mouthed arguments to defend their position. But the one they have most frequently used is that there are already safe and legal routes in place in the shape of the ARAP and ACRS schemes. But this is simply not the case, Madam Deputy Speaker. Operation Warm Welcome became Operation Cold Shoulder when the Prime Minister torpedoed both schemes and left these Afghans stranded. Shocking but true. Court documents show that in November 2022, the Prime Minister issued instructions to halt flights from neighbouring Pakistan for an entire year for Afghans who had already been granted resettlement rights in the UK, and only restarted them when the Pakistani government threatened to send these heroic individuals back across the border to meet their fate at the hands of the Taliban. Just let the content of those court documents sink in, Madam Deputy Speaker. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom explicitly instructed the Ministry of Defence and the Home Office to stop assisting Afghans who had put their lives on the line for our country. What a disgrace. What a betrayal of British values. What a hammer blow to our moral standing in the world. This whole process has been a farce. But if we can just pass these amendments, we can at least send a message that we are not a country that chooses to deport its military allies to a country on the other side of the world, and that we are a country that cares about whether or not we are sending some of the most vulnerable people on the planet to a place which is safe for them. At the very least, we owe that basic level of respect and decency to ourselves as a nation and to the people that this policy will affect. Unfortunately, respect and decency for anyone, whether it's in relation to our nation, to asylum seekers, or indeed to the British taxpayer, is not something that this Prime Minister and his government hold in any regard whatsoever. And that is why their time is up. They are not fit to govern. And I fear tonight that they will demonstrate that point in spades yet again. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
To hear more of a brutally honest review of the Rwanda policy, then you need to watch the video that's on screen now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.